Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the Unique Thinker thinking uniquely once again. So, I'm going to get into this real quick. So Donald Trump is a time traveler. Now, let me explain what's going on here, everybody. Basically, what happened is this. To sum it up in a nutshell, this guy John Titor said that he had to go. John Titor, if you don't know who he is, look it up yourself, okay? Something Titor, he's a time traveler, Titor. Now, this guy Titor, he said that he had to go back in time to get something that was very important. And it was a machine or a computer, an IBM computer that would be able to talk to other computers, and it was the only thing that would probably help him do time travel or something stupid like that, right? Now, fast forward it to the time that these things occurred and the people that were in each other's lives. Basically, there was a significant time. The time was like I think it was like 1975 or 19 something, but that was a significant time. I'm just going to keep it real with you. This is all theory. I'm thinking that Donald Trump had to go back in time, go to his go to his uncle, ask him what these blueprints meant. Okay, this is all science fiction, but I'm just saying. He had to go back in time, go to his uncle, ask him how did these blueprints work, how do they fit, tell me how to build this time machine. Right. He goes back in that time, he goes back into the time, but then there's something about 9/11, everybody knows about it, all the people that are actually, I'm a little seasoned myself, but the people that know about 9/11, they all know there's something happened in 9/11 where there's like a big time, a time freaking interval or something. It's almost like everybody's got to stop at 9/11. So he had to spend some time in the year 99-2000. More than likely, he had to tell himself to stay away from the damn World Trade Center, you know what I mean? And only say certain things when the event happened, you know what I'm saying? And that's probably why, and that's around that same time that he had to stop in, more than likely around the time that he stopped to tell himself to stay away from the World Trade Center. That was also the time that he that was also the time after he stopped he couldn't help it. He had to tell everybody about these certain plants because no one would believe him anyway back then, 99-2000. Barely anybody's using the internet, so on and so forth. But of course, people record everything, and he's probably laughing, listening to the different documentaries and stuff on the internet about John Titor, which was actually him. And it was probably also a mental note to himself in the future when he becomes president or whomever he's going to be, to listen, to adhere to what's going to be going on in his immediate future. So he spent some time, and another thing that gave it away that he's also John Titor is that John Titor, I hope I'm getting the name right, but John Titor, this time traveler, he looked at people back in 99 and 2000 when they were in grocery stores, and he said he kind of watched them as they were buying food and eating groceries, and how significant art was. I mean, this sounds like a person to me that has waiters, chefs that don't go out to buy groceries. They're not you and me type of guy. This guy is rich. And so that was another thing that said, okay, another thing that said John Titor's Donald Trump. All right, so he basically tells himself to act a certain way, be a certain way, get all your kids, everybody away from the World Trade Center at 9/11. Time. All right, cool. Now, fast forward. Oh, he also predicted civil wars, which I'm going to get into right now. Bam. We fast forwarded up to today. Now, today we got fake news, right? Basically, he's saying, oh, fake news, fake news. That's because he knows the news today is irrelevant. Everybody knows that the only thing that's relevant is what's on Twitter. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, these are the different things that are of the day. These are the orders of the day. People don't even barely watch the news. The news tells us what's going in style, and Twitter and Facebook and everybody tells them what the style is really about, because people find things that no one else sees, and they put their mind together and they say, wow, did you see that? And then everybody says yes, and there's not one big corny story on the New York Times. There's multiple stories, but the New York Times and everybody else can only give you one story, and the one story that they give you is the narrative NBC, ABC News, and all of the others. The only story that they can give is a narrative, but they cannot give you the full collective consciousness spectrum. Only you can do that from the devices that you have. So therefore, the news that they have is fake until they give more of a broader sense of what this world is. So that's why Donald Trump says fake news, because he already knows. And he's setting the trends, he's setting them on Twitter. But the problem with that, obviously, is that I'm not a genius, but I've done a lot of thinking, as you could see. But the problem about all the Twitter stuff and so on is that yes, he's in line with the times. Yes, he understands. Yes, he understands it, but it looks like it's going to be the cause of what he was talking about when it comes to war and civil wars and different things like that. It sounds to me like he is one of the people that is in charge of causing this war, this conflict, or something that's going to happen upon the U.S. because we are putting up our walls, and we're also putting up the borders for the the countries abroad. You know what? Look, we'll talk about that on another day. I'm not against it. I'm not for it, but I'll tell you how I am. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it is. But for right now, I guess that's about it. This is the unique thinker. All I'm doing is thinking uniquely, and I thought about how, and the differences and the likenesses between Donald Trump, John Titor, and the reasons why that he went into the past to build his time machine, right? Get parts from it, understand it, get to know it. Had to make a stop in 9/11. Did some posts on well, I guess it would have been social media, but it wasn't. It was just forums back then. He did a couple of posts. He probably couldn't help it. Went and then studied. Had to stay there for like 60 days or whatever. Then after that, he met himself, so on and so forth. Then he went back to the future. Now here he is now. That's Donald Trump right there. He knew exactly what to say because he probably watched himself, saw himself. He knew what to say to everybody, and basically all he did was tell ugly truths. And whether the truth that he told was either curved, it was a little curved, but it wasn't a lie. The things that he said, even that hurt people, that was hurtful. Get him out of here. Back in the day, what will happen? He would have been hurt for acting like that. It's the truth, and the truth hurts, and people couldn't take it when it was directed to black people. It even hurt me as well. But these are the things when the truth starts talking. When he talked about Ted Cruz with his involvement, his father's involved with the JFK assassination or something. No one denied it. When he talks, the things that he's saying is truthful, and the truth hurts. And it sounds, the truth will cut like a two-edged sword. It can cut you both ways. If you accept it one way, it cuts you. That's the word of God. And so anytime when you're speaking the truth, it's like the word of God, regardless. Am I saying that the things that he's saying is in the context in what he said it in should be put in more of a better term, but he only did it to get elected, and now he's doing what he wants to do, which is more than likely a holy war is basically what I'm going to get at right now. And that's where we're at right now. It's kind of like a holy war. It's not necessarily a holy war, but it's a war between Christian Muslims, and also it's mainly a war between morals and ethics. And we're struggling with those every single day, even in ourselves. Not Christian and Muslim, but the war on ethics and morals. Their morals and ethics are way more different than ours, and they are a lot they're a lot more violent people than we are. But at the same time, I hear that they're no different than us. They're it's just on the way you look at the coin. The fake news tells black people that we are violent, we're thieves, we're killers, we're robbers, we're murderers. And in the meantime, when you look at different social media outlets and stuff, you find out that white people are just as bad, if not even worse, because some of their crimes are so heinous and disgusting, it'll make you puke. So, this is the unique thinker for right now. I'm thinking uniquely. I know that I'm touching every new subject I could touch, and this is the unique thinker for now. Over and out. Peace. Catch you on the next one.